Yo, yo, yo. How are we all doing, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to Friday's London session. So last day of the week, it's been a absolutely cracking week. Those of you who are on the stream now know what that means. The Aussie slang for what has been a really good week, basically. It has been. It's been a really good week, guys. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. Hope you guys have done well. See what we've got moving forward today. It's a big day of the news. I'm just going to fix this camera. I'm not sure why it's doing what it's doing right now. Do not be showing so much of the mess in the background. Give me a sec, guys, to fix that. And we'll get started with the analysis. Alright, so how are we all doing, guys? Let me know. Let me know how your week's gone. It's been a really good week. Really good week on stream. Really good week off stream. Taking my first trade off stream just before on gold, which is secured the full thing. I sent that into the Discord. I sent the analysis in very early this AM, well, AM my time, pre-Asian session. What I was looking for a price to pull back up and retest either level 1 at 2,307 to 2,309 roughly, or higher up to around at 2,007 at 317 to 2,320. Looking for my signs within price action rejection at either of those levels to take a sell back down, and just done that not long ago. So hopefully some of you who have joined the free Discord group got involved in that. I know at least one of the guys that I coached did take the trade, so well done, my friend. And to everyone else, we'll see what we can come up with moving forward. But if you have not done so yet, do join the free Discord group. The link to that is in the description below. It was good last night. We did a Zoom call. There was about at most about 10 people on it at one point, so that was all right. Just a good little call. We had a look at the charts for MY session. A few guys took the GJ setup that we're looking at, which was also a 0 drawdown win on GJ sells. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Let's have a look at GJ. So actually, let's first have a look at the news. Obviously, it's a massive day. We've got NFP, so gonna be a big one. Be very cautious trading around that. Also, you got ISM services PMI, so that's another big one as well. So not sure what to make of gold for the rest of the day as we approach London and into MY. So yeah, be very careful though trading later on into today. All right, so let's have a look, guys. Without further ado, starting with GJ, and let's remove the drawings and start on the weekly time frame. And what a pullback that is against the previous candle. So massive rejection, forming a strong bearish candle. So again, this suggests to me that obviously by looking at it, we're likely going to close a very strong bearish candle. So therefore, I'd be looking for either option A, potential pullbacks within the current weekly candle. Look to see what levels we could potentially pull back to, form a resistance at to sell it back down. Or option B, potential sells below the current weekly candle's low upon continuation. There looks to be still enough traffic, enough margin down to the next support a little bit lower down. So just based on high time frames, that's the options. Also in the daily, as we can see, if we break the current daily candle's low yet again, would have formed support at that level. There is some room to the downside, so I'm going to mark in the current daily candle's low. I'm also going to mark in the current daily candle's high. So we have a lower high, lower low to the previous candle. We really, if we were to continue bearish, have no need to pull back up yet again and break our own high. Doesn't mean that we can't do so, and we may still do so because we don't really have much of an upper wick. So we'll see where we could potentially pull back to if that is to be the case, and maybe there could be some buy options above the current daily candle's high. Structure wise, we do remain bullish though on the daily, but with counter probabilities to the downside. So you can see, guys, as I go through the time frames, I'm gathering different confluences to look for a potential buy or a potential sell. At this stage, it's looking more like potential sells. On to the 4-hour time frame, and that, my friends, right now is still technically bullish. We are still bullish, and we won't flip bearish until we actually close below these lows, to be honest, 190.30 roughly. So we're still a fair way off, but what we can see is we're forming lower highs and lower lows within the micro trend, within the overall trend. Previous candle closed back bearish near the current, or creating current daily candles low, near the current daily candles low, sorry. Below that level there, we do have some space by the looks of it. So can't quite mark in a support on the 4 hour. I can mark in resistance because this candle is open, so we're not yet formed support. Gonna mark in support a little bit lower down. I'm marking a level on the M30 at the current level. So onto the M30 time frame, and that as well is technically still bearish, and at this stage, believe it or not a close below this wick, so that's the lowest point of the downtrend. Technically not flipping bullish until these highs, 197.27 roughly. So fair way off. Doesn't mean I will not entertain any buy options in between, but we're technically still a fair way off actually flipping the structure back bullish on the M30 time frame. So therefore, with the weekly bearish, daily was bullish, the 4 hours bullish, 30-minute bearish, the bias is neutral. But with the using daily counter probabilities at the moment, I would still prefer the sells. Also, it's quite obvious if we begin to break the current daily candles low, begin to break below the support formed at that level, got some pretty clean traffic to the left, and I see us potentially coming back down towards that 191.10 level. So for me, I'd be looking for potential sells on GJ below the current daily candles low to support formed at that level. We are to potentially bounce off it, and we should not really need to break below, close below. I'd rather see the confirmation of a closure below at this stage. Depends how this candle closes in the next 14 minutes. It may just rip to the downside. If so, I'd want it to close right near the low. New candle at London's open up. It has to create an upper wick. Even if it creates the lower wick first, as long as it pulls back, create an upper wick, then I may consider impulse entries. But otherwise, safest option is to simply wait for that closure below, tap in, and look for price to pull away from the current daily candles low. Aside from that, not necessarily all that keen on buying at the moment because of running into this wick here. Price could reject. We have rejected multiple occasions. We've just consolidated at the current support. So instead of looking for that buy, I would rather wait to see if price pulls back up yet again towards that 192, 650 to 750 sort of level. Look for rejection of that level and potentially sell it back down. Where I will feel more comfortable in potential buys at this point will be, well, first of all, I like to see a nice strong closure on the 4 hour. Currently, we're still trending, as I mentioned, to the downside. Daily counter probabilities to the downside. We don't yet have a support on the 4 hour or anything like that to give me the confidence to start looking for potential buys. Aside from the 4 hour closing back strong bullish, I'd really like for price to pop back above this swing point here, flip the micro trend back bullish, and at that point look for our potential buy options. So really, buys above the resistance formed towards the end of yesterday's candle. So buys above 192.750 roughly, and I would prefer to sell basically anywhere below that at this stage. So that is GJ. Quite simple analysis on GJ. Let's quickly look at gold, and then I'll say good day to the chat and maybe knock off GU and possibly NAS. All right, so on to gold. So guys, once again, if you haven't joined the free Discord group, I do advise doing so. I sent the analysis in pre-Asian session this morning with my plan, and had you guys been following, I know one of the guys that I coached was following along, and he took the trade himself. Probably had the exact same analysis as well. So had you been in the Discord following along, saw the analysis up early enough, you may have been able to get involved in that trade as well. To be honest, I was doing it off a tablet, so wouldn't advise. I wasn't at home, but I had done the analysis prior to it. So looking at gold now, moving forward onto the weekly, and we are forming, like, once again, a very strong bearish candle, lower high, lower low to the previous candle. Once again, this suggests to me that likely pullbacks within the current weekly candle could be met by resistance on the minor time frames, where I'll find those levels of resistance are on the 4 hour and 30-minute, and potentially reject and come back down. So we're forming strong bearish counter probabilities to the downside. Daily structure, we do remain actually bullish, but once again, same as GJ, micro trend is to the downside on the daily time frame. GJ, I think I was on the 4 hour time frame. Previous daily closed bearish with a long wick after tapping into the candle grade support at previous support to the left hand side prior to that. but currently not a great deal of volume. Going to mark in a low of the current candle, also going to mark in the high of the current candle, and I want to see what we've got either side of that, because they could well give potential options for a sell or buy. So we're bullish in structure, both candles to the downside and the market trend to the downside. Now onto the 4 hour, we are bearish in structure on the 4 hour. So we've got the weekly and the 4 hour bearish. Currently rejecting, have formed a lower low, obviously pulled back to form a lower high. You'd almost argue we've created an equal low or higher low just here. But if we do reject right now, we've obviously formed another lower high. So I'm going to mark in the resistance here. It's not yet confirmed as a 4 hour resistance, so I'm going to leave that as blue. I'm going to mark in, or not going to mark in support just yet here. We'll see what we've got in the M30. I'll adjust that zone once I go down to the 30-minute time frame. So a bit of volume coming into the market just now. Prior to that, not a great deal of volume throughout the Asian session. So technically bearish in the 4 hour time frame. The M30, I'm just going to adjust this now so it's not such a big zone. The M30 structure wise, we are bearish. We are bearish. Look at, I'd understand if you say, well, if you argued we're bullish, if you say to me this is a 2 or more consecutive candle pullback in opposite direction, or it resembles a swing, then you could argue it is bullish. But I'm going to call it bearish because I'm going to be really technical about it and say as long as we remain below 1930 roughly, this point here, that is the last 2 or more consecutive candle pullback in the opposite direction. So as long as we remain below that level at this stage, I'm going to call it bearish. What we've done within the current daily candle, we formed a support just above a previous support form within a pullback towards the end of yesterday's trading. So I'm going to mark in this level of support here. So we're obviously about to tap into it. So therefore, look, I'd rather sell it, but seeing we're at a level of support, and it's reasonably a strong level of support, we've bounced off it now 2 times. If we reject it again and begin to pop back above the support, I'd be looking for my catalyst within price action to potentially buy it from anywhere really above probably 2300 flat, psychological round number as well. I like to see price remain above it. Look for my catalyst to take potential buys. Further buy options above the current daily candles high upon continuation, just a little bit above that actually. And dragging this zone up a little bit. We've got rejection wick just there. So I would say as long as we remain below 2,309.50 roughly, I'd rather sell it. If we do pull back, I mean, otherwise buy from the lows. So sells from back at the resistance yet again. If we do reject, expect the current daily candles high, and obviously further sells. Seeing we have pulled back to that level, I did mark in and send into the Discord chat, and we have rejected again. Got a nice entry from these highs. If we do, we've grabbed enough liquidity in my opinion to, if we potentially begin to pop below and close below the support, not only that support at 22.98, but we're also back below that psychological round number. Therefore, I feel at that point there is a high probability that price will eventually come back down towards 2,290. So I would definitely entertain a sell option below 2,997, 98 roughly. And that is gold. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Music going is, and if you could, please hit the like button. Alrighty guys, so once again, and it's not to gloat guys, but I'm just showing you, like, this is what you get in a free Discord group right now. That's my trade from before. I sent this in very early today, both on GJ Gold. Yes, just a little bit of finger drawing off the tablet, but I did send in the analysis while I was looking at. Those of you who are in there paying attention would have possibly got involved, so do join the free Discord group. Link to that is down in the description below. Gold dropping just now. What's G looking like? GU's just been a trickle of late. It looks like it wants to break every time I'm looking at it, but it just pulls all the way back up. We'll do the analysis probably just after the open on GU. NAS looks like it is, well, again, it's rejecting a resistance. It's formed support at resistance, and it's just broken a support. The NAS looks good to potentially come back down, but once again, I'll be doing the full analysis on NAS and GU just shortly after the open if there are no options on either gold or GJ. At this rate, once again, I'm not yet entertaining the buys on GJ. I think, for personally, in my opinion, be a little bit reckless because essentially just consolidating. Not only that, you've got this resistance form within a current daily candle. So for me, it's cleaner above 192, 390 roughly. You probably do have enough margin. Let's look at the 15. Yeah, I'd say above that level. It's definitely a bit cleaner. As for potential buys, but once again, if you've had a good week, if you've had a good day, you can be very picky on a Friday. Last thing you want to do is give back some well-earned profits on a Friday, but by taking something that's maybe not as clean. So probably watch gold, sorry. And let me say good day to everyone in the chat. Once again, guys, if you could hit the like button. I know I don't please everyone because every session I at least get, I think it's 2 dislikes. That's all good. If you're salty with my analysis or trades, that's all good. You're still welcome here, my friends. So can't please them all. Steve, good morning to you. Nice morning call this morning from the analysis you did from last night. Perfect. Thank you, my friend. Daniel, good day to you. I hope you're well. Saxy, good morning to you. Balabi, good morning. My gold sales took me out break even and then drop. Makes me salty. Saxy, it is unfortunate. It does happen. That's all just part of trading. So it is what it is. I had a smaller lot size because I knew it was going to be a bit difficult for me to manage as I was on the road. So it's not something I recommend doing, but I had done the analysis well before it. I was keeping a bit of an eye on it. Just was starting to play out as I need to hop in a car. But yeah. Compara, good afternoon to you. Sean, good day to you. Vilong, good morning. Which pair is this? This is gold. The other one was GJ. Duresco, good day to you. Hope you're Rabia. Hello. Sell and buy. Up to you right now. Nothing for me. 2.5 minutes remaining. If we close below, there is not yet there is a pause. 15 minute. If this had happened below the support into some cleaner traffic, I'd be looking at a sell limit order back at low of that bullish candle, but I feel would be a bit reckless to do so, seeing it's actually back above that support. And if it does pull back, it doesn't mean it can't continue down after tapping in, but it could also pull back up and close back above the support. So right now, if I was to entertain another trade just now, I'd want to see gold close below in the next just under 2 minutes. GJ, I'd rather it close above. So, and that would be the only way I would consider an entry on GJ. Once again, be picky. If you had a good week, just be picky with your trades on a Friday. So we'll watch gold, guys. Tony Lyons, hope you're well, brother. And Franco, always good to see you. NSRSPS, hello to you. Silent, Price Action King, thank you, my friend. Not sure about that, but I'm, like I say, I'm competent, comfortable, and confident in what I do. So appreciate the compliment though. Ara, good morning to you. Lau, good morning to you. Ian, good morning, mate. And that's it. If you're anyone else who hasn't said good day, feel free to do so. Let me know how you've gone this week. So the only way I would potentially consider impulse if gold does the same thing it's done quite often this week, where it pops down, breaks the support, pops back up, creates this upper wick, and then breaks its own low yet again, similar to yesterday. Thing is, with this compared to yesterday was at a resistance. This would be below a support or at a support. So it's already made a significant move. So probably not as clean an entry. It's already moved over 100 pips, so that's quite a big move. And guys, those of you in the Discord, let's pump it, guys. Honestly, let's just chat. Tell us what you're looking at. Share your opinion, share your analysis. It's the best way to learn. So we got the closure. So right now, and it's popping up first, so not interested. Not interested. If I am to consider any impulse entry, what has to happen on gold is, once pop down, pretty much tap into the low of this support, 22.97.950, then pull back to create deeper upward. Then I may consider a sell on impulse as it breaks again. Yeah, guys, so do get involved in Discord, and the best way to learn is by putting yourself out there. That is how I learned, in all honesty. You asked some of the OGs from the old group. I was always one of the ones asking questions, and I was shy as anything, to be honest. I had no prior experience in public speaking. That I mumble my words, I couldn't string a sentence together, and look what I'm doing now. And that's purely because I knew to learn I had to ask questions. I had to get out, put myself out there. So do join it, do ask questions, send in charts, send in your thoughts, your analysis. Pick my brain too while you're in there. There are some really good trades in there, so they will definitely be more than willing to help you out. So if you're not done so already, here it is. And it's going to send the invite in. It's for free, guys, so do join. GJ, so it's closed below. Yeah, for me there's nothing right now on GJ as well. Just a matter of patience. Here he is. The main man, Ben Chamberlain. So good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're well. I know you've been busy as well. I really enjoyed that little NY session to the guys who were on there yesterday. I mean, I got to chat to Frank, another Aussie, which was really good. You know, quite a remote area of the country. It was very fascinating. It was good to chat to Leon again. Haven't chatted to you for ages, so it was good to chat. And also, obviously, James, from you guys know from the stream. We had a few others, Archard, my coach personally was on there as well. So, and Melissa, there's quite a few, which was good. And also, guys, the Zoom links are now going to be sent into the Discord only. So I'm about to set up a Zoom call for those who are interested. Once again, if you do decide to join the Zoom call, please help a brother out and still watch the stream on another device. That would be much appreciated. Actually, all right, so what's everyone looking at? Anyone got any ideas for the open? And gold still could potentially present, as long as I want to see it break, then pull back in again. I can be, like I said, I can be very choosy. It didn't pop down to begin with, which is what I would have preferred to see it do, then pull back and create upward, then enter. So seeing we're above that support and we've made a significant push from the highs, I'm just going to simply wait for exactly what I want to see to eventuate if it does. And that's how we should all trade. James, Zoom NY streams are the way forward. I think it was really good, wasn't it? Really calm, really relaxed. There he is, Frank. Good day to you, my friend. Good chain to you yesterday. All right, so gold now. I'm not getting FOMO. This is all good. Once again, I've been in from up here anyway. I've got full TP at the support. I'm gonna wait for it to see if it pulls back now, and if it breaks again, I may take a small entry. But right now, I'm just gonna let it go. If it does, okay, nothing. Silent, if I talked to him, I actually did on last weekend. Yeah, sent his regards. We had a brief chat, and it was good to hear from him. So I think he's going well. Nothing on GJ. All right, gold. I want to pull back a bit more. Just want to see what happens on gold, and then I'll move on to have a look at the analysis on GU. And as GU, exact same shit as yesterday. We were watching this on the NY Zoom call, James and I and a few others on there, and it just looked like so often it wanted to break it, but it pulled back right into consolidation. So it's what it is. It's what happens at times. So nothing right now for me on GU. Would I consider taking it? It's not. I wouldn't. It's just still essentially consolidating. NAS. There's not enough volume in my opinion. It does look good, but I just don't like this slow trickle business. I'd rather see a nice clean move and start trusting it. There he is.
Hey broski.
How are you?
Very well. You?
All good, man. All good. Had a good start to the day so far. So
yeah, I saw your gold sell in Discord.
Yeah. It's
you killed gold this week, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been well, again, it just goes to show you just have a plan and follow it. Just wait patiently. Don't get involved in anything in between.
Yeah.
I mean, it gave plenty of options just here, or for the sellers. Either the option on engulfing, could have sold the impulse, possibly. I pretty much just sold it as this candle closed because I was needing to get onto the road. But again, it was a small risk entry based off the fact that this was like literally as soon as it engulfed, it was just right sell.
Yeah, that's classic, isn't it?
Yep, and the other option is obviously pull back, create the upper week, and that's what I normally do. But it was just a small entry. It was like literally about less than half risk.
No volume at London Open, is there?
Not in the moment. But don't mind this on gold. Had a pull back now on the 5 minute.
Would you take another trade?
Look, probably not, but I really don't need to. I really have no need at all. But I mean, I'd probably maybe just to be involved, take a small entry if I was to take this trade. But I can be very picky. That's the thing. Be really picky if I want. So I would say if it pops up a bit more, then if it breaks its own low again, it should be right to continue. So perhaps pop-ups around that bullish candle, below of that candle. Yeah, it's a fair sort of target. It probably has done so though. Let me look on a minute. Well, that did at the open. So I think it retests that just now. It's a lot higher in the 1 minute time frame. And then, yep, there we go. That's looking better. All right, I think gold looks all right for an entry if it breaks its own low yet again. And there's good ways to, like, there's plenty of ways you can manage this. You can have your stop loss above the previous M30. And as soon as you trigger in, you can drag it to the current candle's high, or you can just use the current candle's high. because essentially if it's pulled back to create again, well, to pretty much almost retest the high yet again after creating a lower wick. So it's created up wick, create a lower wick, pulling back yet again. If it breaks its own low, should have no need to really pull back and break its own high yet again. So just a couple of pips below the current candle's low is probably where you look to enter. Yeah, so if it breaks its own low again, I might take a small entry, guys. That's what I'm seeing on gold. Nothing on GJ. You're looking at GU, are you, James?
No, not really. I was looking at GJ a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, GU looks quite messy.
Just, yeah. And there's a couple of supports and resistances to the left-hand side. I don't love the look of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'm just going to wait for GJ below 191723. I imagine you've got the same marked out. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the same.
Yeah. The buys above, even on this candle, it's one of those that kind of looks right for buys.
Yeah.
But it's just so annoying it closing below that level.
Yeah, exactly. I would have really liked for it to close pretty much right at its high, leaving that sort of upper wick just above. Almost retesting that level with the wick.
Yeah.
So this is just a little bit too low down, in my opinion, to trust it.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas gold, it's obvious. I mean, you can see it's closed right low down.
Yeah, it's so strong.
Had we not had the 15-minute pause just here, I would not be even considering this right now, because to me it's just one of those ones where if you're not in it up here, I think it's yes, it can still go, but I just would not feel as comfortable in it. Alright, NAS sells if we close here. Yeah, I was looking at NAS. The thing of NAS, in my opinion, is just a trickle. There's no momentum, there's no volume. And this looks very similar to GU right now, where it looks like it wants to break. It looks pretty much identical, but then it keeps popping back up. So in my opinion, it's not really ready just yet, NAS. This is eerily similar to gold yesterday, where it took about most part 15 minutes to create upper wick, and then once it dropped, it really did sink. GU sells will close here. Alright. Frank in gold after small pullback from momentum candle which broke Asian low. See Discord? Oh, okay, let me have a quick look. Alright, nice one. Good work. TA power took his gold sell at pre-London. Perfect, man. That's basically the exact same one that I took. I know one of my students that I coached took. Good work, my friend. So I don't mind if you guys show off a bit in there as well. I mean, well done. And also, once again, send in analysis as well. And you get even more credit for it as well. So, but good work nonetheless. I'm always happy to see everyone doing well. Woken up again by that bloody noise. I'm convinced it's an air bubble in the water pipes. So I've turned all the taps on around the house, flushed the toilets, and that should hopefully be enough pressure to shift an air bubble anyway. To have popped it, got rid of it. I'll know this evening, or as soon as someone uses the toilet. And once also, guys, there will be giveaways in that, and I probably will give away a funded account at some point. Maybe though through the Discord. All right, let's see on gold. Is she gonna flip? So the actual entry I've got lined up is right at 22.9760. That is what I'm currently looking at. And again, full disclosure, small position for me, so no need to give away well-earned profits on a Friday. Frank, wouldn't it be the building moving? We've changed that's a good point too, because the wet cold weather, it's hit pretty hard here in Melbourne, especially in the mornings. I think it was like 7 degrees overnight, so it was pretty frosty in the morning. That could be another thing. Frozen pipes, never had that problem myself before, but pipes work just fine. Robbie, bro, one question: how, and we know that where is, do you scratch? How can you know? If I probably put the camera down, you'll know. You want me to show you? 2 hands, my friend. 2 hands. Always a character. I don't mind it, honestly. Honestly, gotta have a laugh. It's Friday. I appreciate you, my friend. When you get over 50 frozen pipes that happen. Come on, mate. Sure, you're okay, especially up in that nice warm climate that you're in. Robbie, all good, my friend. All good. I'm pretty easygoing, so I like a bit of a laugh, bit of banter. That's a good question. Could be doing anything. Suppose I gotta have my hands up in the air more, don't I? I'll just leave it at the same level. So 15's closed. It's closed weak bullish. All right, so that's another tick. Another bit of added confidence. It's a weak support formed at the low of this zone. Price begins to break it. I think it gives me even more confidence that it could continue to the downside. Robbie, how long have you been training for? 2017. So if my math serves me correct, that is almost 7 years. Well, just over 7 years I've been training. Coming up to 7 years during some point in this year. I can't remember exactly what month I started. Frank, you don't like 15-minute dojing roll? Yeah, to be honest, I don't mind it, because once again, this just suggests to me we've formed a minor support at a level I'm considering getting involved in a trade. So if we are to continue bullish, and what we should really do is respect the low of that candle, you know, break it, potentially head back up and close back in above into the range above 2300. However, if we do reject it and begin to pop below it, got some pretty clean traffic to the left, likely we will continue as soon as we break that minor support and potentially head back down further. So I think a realistic target is around that 2290 sort of level. So when I would remove this order is, and again, it doesn't mean that it won't work, but I'm probably choose to wait, is if this candle breaks the high of the previous. However, having said that, if it breaks the high, there is no need for it to pull back down, break its own low and the previous candle's low. If it does so, then it's likely going to actually make it a really clean move to the downside. But once again, on a Friday, no need to really to risk any of the hard-earned profits. So I'm going to wait for option 1 to see if it presents. Option 2, I'll remove the order if it does break the high of the previous candle. I want to do the analysis on NAS, but I'll wait to see what happens on gold first. Yeah, so I'll say about the New York Zoom calls. I quite enjoy that, to be honest. As long as I'm not absolutely buggered and gonna have a really early night, I'm happy to jump on, you know, 2-3 times a week if I'm about. Robbie, I want to know that, like other people say, we can be so rich from trading. What's your opinion? How was your journey? Look, you can, but you need the capital to have a decent account to actually leverage it to make the money. So, I mean, I think what most people see on social media and all that is just unrealistic. They expect too much from it. They don't understand risk management, things like that. And then they blow accounts and all sorts of, you know, nasty stuff. They lose plenty of cash before they could actually make some decent return. For me, I've never had the funds to you know, make myself rich off it, to be honest, but I've had the funds to definitely accumulate things and to pay for bills, to put a deposit down on a house. Full disclosure, it's not here in Oz, so it's a little bit cheaper, but still cost a fair bit. It's still a couple $100,000 Aussie dollars. So can you get rich from it? Yes, but once again, it takes time. You need discipline, you need patience, you need the capital to begin with. A possible way of getting that capital is through prop firms, obviously. And that means you don't have to expose yourself personally to as much risk. All you're risking is your fee, basically. So I think it's just, again, a lot of all for show on the social media, because a lot of that is just from what they've scammed people. You know, there's other guys in the industry who I don't think are honest at all. And they prey on people who's going to pay a couple of $1,000s each for a course and for a what's called a webinar, not a webinar. I've just absolutely lost my train of thought, so I'm going to remove the order just now, guys, by the way. Just pulled up a little bit too far, so I'm simply just wait. Oh shit, what do I call them? Absolutely not think. Oh, there's the noise. It's not fixed. Sucks. Yeah, so people just pay too much, and that's how you know, the so-called mentors get rich from it all. I think I'm a more than capable mentor, and I definitely help my guys, but the difference is I don't charge thousands for my mentorship. I charge absolute peanuts for it, because I genuinely want to help people achieve, and the results from the guys that I've coached are absolutely fantastic. The guys and girls, there's been some really good results. So in a nutshell, yes, you can, but it takes time. It definitely takes time, and you need the capital. Going on with John Info, it was not work in my session. When Justin does prop firm passes, it will then buy his Lamborghini. Would never even bother with a Lamborghini. Would not even consider it. I can't stand them, to be honest. I don't like cars that are so low to the ground. GJ. Alright, so if GJ closed, nice closure in the 15. If this candle closed weak bullish, what margin do we have to my support just here? Not much. 30 minute looks pretty good. Could be some GJ, not G. GJ sells as well, potentially, based off the 30. Within the 30, you got a 15-minute pause, potentially, if this candle closes as is. Below the resistance, new candle upper wick would be an entry. I've not traded GJ for quite some time though. Gold
Yeah, I
popping
like
up.
the look of it.
You're looking at it, are you?
Yeah, I like the look of it.
Yep. I don't mind the look of gold as well. Now it's popping back above the support. You've got a minor resistance formed at support on the 15. So I feel if it actually closes above, then we could look for buy. You'll have a catalyst, a further catalyst with the 30-minute closing bullish engulfing as well. So that double tick on that. That could be a potential option to buy it. But then, exactly, you know what? My boy, he's little, what are they? Can't think. Honestly, it's a long day, guys. What are matchbox cars or whatever they? What are they? What are they called? You guys know what I'm talking about. Little kids cars. Hot Wheels, that's it. Hot Wheels. Matchbox. Where did I get that from? Just no idea, guys. Hot Wheels. But even he drives over the Lambos with the big pickup trucks. So he knows his old man, how his old man thinks. DJ, I really prefer for it to close bullish. Right, that minus support at resistance adds confluence to it to sell, or more confluence to sell if it breaks that minus support, because if it is to expect minus support, then what it's likely to do is pull up, create a high, potentially pop above 192.40, where the buyers could almost be an option. I do like big cars, guys. Don't like the small cars, the sporty cars. Nah, man, it's the most genuine guy I've come across. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Chamberlain. Sean, you gotta go to work? All good, my friend. I hope you had a good week. Let us know. Let us know in the Discord, bro. Honestly, hold yourself accountable. It's the best way to do it. Just open up. How did you go? Did you were you patient? Just had the discipline this week to follow your plan, or did you stuff up at some point? Just be honest. There's nothing wrong with sharing amongst the group. It's a really good way to hold yourself accountable. Brian Jones, good day to you. You're well. Alright, so gold doesn't look like it's going to present. The other option would be if this candle closes a very weak bullish candle in the next 2 minutes. And again, that sell below the support could be valid. And GJ. Yeah, I mean, we've got support just here. Is there any margin below that support? Yeah, probably enough. But the thing is, it's still well above it, so I would not feel comfortable with that as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to just wait for the time being, to be honest, guys. GJ closes week bullish. That's your option. That will be your option, but I haven't traded GJ all week. I'm kind of happy just sticking with gold, to be honest. All right, maybe it's going to close weak bullish. Want it to close below 50, around the 50. Robbie, what's my strategy? It's very hard to explain it all in a nutshell, but I'll give it a go. It's basically just marking up the charts, marking my majors, which is basically 4 hour, my minors up to 30. Determining what levels I want to get involved in a trade. I also look at structure across 3 time frames and the weekly candle, and I looked at candle probabilities as well on the daily and 4 hour and weekly. So once price is at a level I've determined to be one where I want to get involved, I look for my catalyst within price action to enter. It's quite simple. I don't jump in on anything that doesn't tick the box in accordance to the rules that I set. So right now, well, gold could be potentially still a sell. Close below to 50. So if I now want to take a sell as it breaks an impulse, it's valid. If it closed above the 50, in accordance to my rule book, my course that I've put together over a year myself, from my own back testing, my own results, if it closed above the 50, it's less probable to make the move as it breaks. So could be an option. Yeah, it could be an option on gold for a potential sell below previous candle's low. GJ closed. Looks like it may have closed with a minor bullish, yeah, like a pause. Not the worst, but a little bit concerned about the 15-minute support. It looks a lot better in the M30 than what it does in the 15. When did I start YouTube? I started the live streams about now 5 weeks ago, I think. I was streaming on another channel for about a year and a half, but well, about 15 months maybe. But I had not been streaming on that channel this year. So this year I'm doing my own thing. I've started my own thing. Yeah, so for the past 5 weeks or so, yeah, literally 5 weeks. So I'm pretty happy with the amount of views I'm getting. And obviously the views after the stream. The subs, you guys are doing a great job helping me out. Do an even better job if we can get those likes up to around 50. Speaking of subs, thank you to the person who just subscribed. And that's Robbie, I think, so thank you, my friend. You know why I subscribed to you today? Maybe because of that little light-hearted joke before, that I'm not such a fancy guy. I can take a joke. Still looking for sellers. 2303. Okay, a little bit higher up. Yeah, I see what you mean. Just only do you trade in New York session? I did a stream with Discord guys yesterday evening. But if you're to ask, do I trade regularly? No, not am I. So less is more in this game, and I usually get my trade pre-London into London. And if I don't, I'm not too bothered, to be honest. But moving forward, I will be trading MI more often, especially with the Discord and all. And here he is. Good morning to you, Mr. Ben Chamberlain. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Been a while.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? How's your day been?
All good, mate. All good. Just another busy one. So, yeah. But only the weekend. It's only getting started.
Yeah. Was it busy?
Yeah. This time of year is always quite busy, which I suppose is a good thing, because at least makes the day go quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not as you don't have as much time to be bored and get tired. So.
Exactly.
How about yourself? What are you looking at this morning? Anything or?
I've literally just marked things up. If gold had closed a little bit higher up, I didn't mind the idea of a gold buy just to fill the range.
Yeah, I agree.
Today, but as it stands right now, I don't really know.
Yeah.
and I'm just looking at marking up GE at the moment, but
GU is, I mean, we're looking at yesterday, James and I during NY, and it's looked so often, it basically like this, it just wanted to break, but it never made the move. I think I was around here. Exact same thing. It looked like it wanted to break, but it just would not drop.
yeah, I need, I can really do with it hitting 124 free-ish. That'd be quite a nice level for it to
Upper
hit.
price pull back to.
Yeah,
Okay.
quite nice if that happens. So we'll see what today brings.
Yeah, well, obviously there'd be news about, so
Exactly. It's a little bit hopium at that point, but I don't mind. It is what
yeah,
it is.
you'd rather it already made the move for you, but still.
Exactly. It has tried. It really has tried, but yeah, just not quite good enough at the moment. We'll see how we go. Yeah. How you doing, James?
Hey, bud, yeah, very well, thanks. You?
I'm all good, mate. Thank you. I'm all good. You trade GU as well, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you anticipating?
I was trading both of them. Well, I trade both GJ and GU. It's just recently my spread on GJ has been like 2 or 3 pips, and the ranges are just so massive. I can't really work it out properly.
Fair enough.
Whereas GU is a bit more stable, isn't it?
Who are you trading with?
FTMO.
Oof. Yeah.
No.
Are you funded?
No, I'm on my stage 2.
Oh, yes. Go on then.
Yeah.
My last pout with FTMO took 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's unreal, man.
Unreal,
12
honestly.
minutes, what, to pass the challenge?
No, I wish. Christ. But I'd be offering passing services if that was the case. No, in terms of paid out from them approving it, 12 minutes for me submitting.
Oh, mate, that's insane. I mean, I've had a couple of pets to them which I thought were quick, and they were probably 3 or 4 hours, but 12 minutes is ridiculous.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's unreal.
They're very, very good.
They are.
No wonder they got such a good reputation.
That was another thing we were discussing last night. If they go under, then the whole industry is just screwed. All the prop firms will follow.
Hundreds.
Yeah, it's done if they go. They're the daddy, aren't they?
Yep. Most definitely.
Call me daddy.
Rob,
Who are you trading with, Ben?
you guys go. I'll answer it in a sec.
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Floor is yours.
I'm trading off a master on IC, and then I've got one with FTMO. Only funds. I'm just waiting a payout from that.
Not to be mistaken for OnlyFans.
Yeah, they are called Only Funds, and the branding is very, very similar. So just be careful where you open your screen, because
Just be very careful if you got your
there's
partner
been
around.
1 or 2 looks, and I'm like, yeah, it's not great. Yeah. And I've got one with Nova as well, but I cocked that up a little bit. It's still intact, but it's just going to take a little bit of time to get that back. And they've changed over to a company called Manta Trade, who are absolutely terrible. It's awful. So you've now got to use a trade copier to copy that over.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that at the moment. So just gonna see how it goes, and I think I've got 1 more month on FTMO to then start the scale up program, and then at that point I think I'll maybe buy another and try and max out. But slow and steady. I went through some challenges last year.
Yes, I've been through so many.
And the amount of times I passed like the stage 1 a couple of times, and then just cocked up stage 2 and told Justin, and he was just like,
Again,
bro, what's going on? Like, why? I just get a little bit click happy. But,
I guess I get so click happy, isn't it? Because it's this trying to treat it like real cash is difficult, isn't it?
It's just, I think it's easier off a master account, copy them over, and then you just focusing on one thing rather than the size of the numbers.
Yeah, that's so valid. Actually, that's a good way to do it. Which trade copy do you use?
Traders Connect are very good, and you can copy across to quite a lot of different brokers. DX Trade, a lot of funded prop firms are going over to DX Trade, which is pretty shit. I think
Yeah,
they
I've
do
noticed that. Apparently, it's awful.
so yeah, just take the hassle out of it and just trade off a master and do it that way. So
Yeah.
that's who I'm using at the moment, and it's so quick. Use social trader tools, but I'm not convinced on their IPs in terms of like the IP location. I don't think they're as good as Traders Connect, and then it seems quick, but about the same price. It's about a tenner for the first account, and then it's a couple of quid after that. So it's worth having a look at.
Yeah.
Nice
We'll
one.
see. Sorry, Justin.
No, all good. All good. I was just going to reply to my mate in the chat, Robbie. The melt your
Sorry.
heart. You talk so polite.
Sorry,
Oh, sorry,
Robbie.
that's it. I don't find a streamer like you who talks this polite. Thank you, my friend. I'm not ignoring you. The feeling's mutual. I love all the community, the guys in the chat, guys and girls. Appreciate all the support. So you can poke shit at me, whatever. It's all in good fun here. We don't take it too seriously. So I mean, trading's a serious enough thing. So if you can't have a laugh in between, have a bit of a joke and giggle. And it's going to be difficult sitting for 3 hours staring at some candles. That's not the most exciting thing in the world, is it? Am I married? Not married. But I do have a lovely lady in my life. The gold is quite boring at the moment.
I know, just do something.
Yeah, well, the move came early. The move came really early, which was unfortunate because, mark my words, well, I did take it, but mark my words, if I was on stream as per the usual time, which I can't do on Friday, I've got other requirements. Whilst I'm in Melbourne, I have no choice about it. Otherwise, I'll never hear the end of it. However, had I been on the stream, I definitely would have been in that cell on the stream as well. So once again, I did send in the analysis very, very early doors today before at pre-Asian actually sent the analysis in. I just gave basically 3 options, but what I wanted to see, to mention the analysis, is price either pull back to level 1 or level 2, which was basically this whole area, before looking for any entry below level 3, which is what I marked in, and it's obviously tapped into level 1, sorry, and I've got the option to sell it there, and now it's approaching what I had marked in as the 3rd option. Now it's become more valid because at least we've pulled up to level of previous resistance where we could potentially, and have done so far, grab liquidity. And if we do begin to break below support, it will give me more confidence that we will actually make a clean move into the traffic to the left. However, right now it's just bouncing off it. I'm not contemplating to sell just now. Don't like how it keeps pulling back up, because what this suggests to me is we could eventually start closing back above this support. So for the time being, I'm just chilling out, waiting patiently, just waiting for more data to print, because in the next 16 minutes, who knows, this candle might be back around the lows, and if that's the case, it still could be sell options. GJ potentially engulfing. Obviously you won't have that confirmation until the candle closes on the M30, but once again, you need to wait 16 minutes, and I'd be patient with it. If this candle closes weak bullish, I'd feel more comfortable about the sellers, to be honest, on the following candle. Again, it's closed. If that is the case, it's closed bullish, creating minor support at resistance. If price was to essentially just create a high low, high high, there's no need to break the support at this level, and it should just basically do this. So come back down and create the high high, essentially start trending up, and if it begins to break that support, close below it, tap back in. I think sells are definitely more valid to take back down towards 191.90. You look handsome for your work. You're very complimentary. I appreciate it. News today might be the reason for nothing in a moment. Yeah, Could be obviously a massive one, a big one, NFP. So it is going to be a big day of news, a lot about at the moment. Renko G not giving much right now. A bit to look the gold sell at Preland. Happy to you took. Oh, okay, nice one, brother. So you took it as well, and Franco's another gentleman that I do coach. So that makes that makes a few of you now. I'm happy to see it. It makes me really happy to see, you know, those guys seeing the same thing. Sorry, man.
Franco's the man.
He's been doing so well. Really happy, man. It's a massive improvement. He's come from a different background, from a different group. And I think it's fair to say you've learnt a hell of a lot more and progressed a hell of a lot more in the short time we've been working together. I think it's about 6 months now, roughly. So it's just got a nice one, brother. Good work. Happy to see it. Happy to hear it. All right, so quickly let's look at GJ and gold. Is there anything right now? Not right now. So I need to wait 14 minutes on GJ, and it's the same on gold. So I can do the analysis on NAS just quickly. I do have a few guys and ladies that do trade it, so I'd like to get that done for them. So looking at NAS starting in the weekly, still forming bearish, but would not surprise me if we flip. Still have a low high, low low to the previous candle. We are approaching that open, so difficult to know what to make of that, other than the fact that we have a high low, higher high to the previous candle. Daily, we do remain bearish in structure, but that previous daily did close back bullish. All right, so this is starting to show me a little bit more as to what I could look for. The daily has obviously created its upper wick, pulled back down now to create a lower wick. So if we were to continue bearish, we have no need to pull back up, break our own high. If we do so, there is likely going to be options to look for a buy. I'm pretty sure I can just put buys above that level, and I'm sure it will be the same as on the 4 hour and 30 minute. You'll have some probably clean traffic to the left above that level. So we are technically bearish, but with counter probabilities to the upside on the daily. 4 hour, yeah, probably some room. A little bit choppy than what I thought it might look. You're marking that resistance. The 4 hour structure wise, I think I mentioned yesterday, bullish. That's, oh, actually it is back. It's still bullish. Flip bearish, but it's flipped back bullish. So say the 4 hour is bullish as well. I think I need to drag that up. Not gonna worry about support. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. All right, M30 structure is, believe it or not, bullish from this move after the news. Pop straight up, pop straight down, so respected that support where it needs to close below to flip the structure bearish. So therefore, the bias is pretty much neutral. But seeing around a resistance, I'd probably rather sell it. There is just no momentum whatsoever. So I mean, if prices to form support now and maybe retest the highs here around below, just below the current daily, I think it is. No, that's the previous daily high. We are to respect previous daily high and even reject the current daily counts high, remain below that 17,690. I look for my catalyst in price action, take a sell back down. The good thing is if we do form a support just now and make that pullback, what we've done is create, you could argue, a lower low. If we pull back to create lower high, as we approach the support that we are potentially forming just now and begin to close below it, that would also provide options into the clean traffic with more volume coming in closer to MY session or potential sales below this support. So that is the sell options. Sells from with, well, around the gray zone, below it, in it, as long as it doesn't start popping above and closing above 17,690. Now if we do start to close above it, I'd want to see closure above the actual resistance, tap back in, then there could be potential buys above the previous daily candles high on the impulse, because as long as we actually close above the resistance formed just below that high, so the bearish candles are obviously candles that confirm resistance, I'm not as concerned by the bullish closure. but it's bullish candle, the wick on that. I'm more concerned about an actual closure above the candles that form resistance, the bearish candles. Tap back into that level, and then that is what will give me confidence to look for a breakout trade, or impulse entry above the previous daily candles high. Pretty clean to the left. So buys above that resistance, I'd want to see the tap in, closure above and tap in. And obviously further buys, price just begins to capitulate down towards 17,548 roughly. I'd be looking for my catalyst within price action, bit of structure to form at these lows, and potentially look for a buy to take it back up. So that is NAS, and I quickly need to send a message to someone to let them know at what time I've analyzed it today. It's about an hour and 14 minutes in roughly. All right, so let's get back to GJ. Just under 9 minutes remaining until the closure of this count, so the closure of the hourly. Let's quickly look at the hourly. How's that looking? All right, long with the downside, so we're rejecting this consolidation. So I think if it does, again, if it closes bullish engulfing, could be potential buy options, could even be impulse entries, as long as it closes right up near the high. Gold still just has no real clear direction at the moment, not a great deal of volume. Yeah, in the next 8 minutes it needs to pull back a fair bit. Close, I'd like it to close basically bearish engulfing, and that will give me the confidence and enough confluence as well to look for an entry to the downside. And if I'm to look for a buy, I want it to close above that 15-minute resistance as well, so above 23.01.975. Apologies guys, what have I missed? Can you do US 30 analysis? Silent for you? I can. Looks a little bit similar to NAS. The weekly lower low. Yep, and it's not broken either proof, so lower low, lower high, but it is forming bullish. As don't need to break the high of the previous if it was to continue bearish. We're at a very strong level of resistance we can see on the higher time frame. So structure wise, we are bearish on the daily at a key level, at a strong resistance. So I can actually mark in that level on the daily. I usually wait for the 4 hour, but obviously we're rejecting a very significant level. Let's mark in a low of current daily count, see what we've got below it. Have we formed support, or are we just pulling back down now to create that lower wick? Mark in the high of that resistance, and let's go down to the 4 hour. So bearish at resistance on the daily. The 4 hour structure is also technically bearish, and we are again rejecting that resistance. We've just formed support at that resistance, albeit a very weak closure. Obviously not much volume during the Asian session on US 30. So I'm gonna mark in a gray level, but once I go down to the M30, and that is a 4 hour level. So obviously closures below it we could look for potential sells. I think that'd be a good option. I'd be dragging this resistance across a bit now because it is a bearish candle on the 4 hour at the high, and obviously buys above that level are going to be clean. All right, so this is good. Similar to NAS, there's just no clear direction right now. It's kind of consolidating. What I would suggest is probably drags up a bit. If closer to time volume, price begins to pop below at 38,436, then I'd be looking for the sells. But at this stage, I wouldn't get in on the first impulse, because how do you know it's going to make the move? I mean, many of these candles approach this support only to reject and pop back up. So even if it creates a nice strong closure below, goes back to retest, that is the safer option. Otherwise, if it's just consolidating and come closer to NY or into pre-NY, you finally get a candle closing below, I'd still wait for the tap in and then look for the sell options, take it back down. Further sells from really anywhere within the gray zone. Buying it, not as comfortable at the current level. I'd rather buy it on the pullback. 30-minute structure is technically bullish. So what I would say is price pulls back towards that 38.22 and forms support above it. Is your right catalyst in price action and possibly look for buys from above that level, and further buy options obviously above the highs here, the resistance at 38.602, clean traffic to the left. That point there, you've also breaking the daily resistance. If you have a high low high high, you're pulling back within the current daily candle. If you break your own high, likely to pull further into the resistance above. And if you've got the volume momentum, which you could do today, then there's a good possibility, more high probability or good chance anyway, probably the word I'm looking for, that we could start popping above and closing above 38.60. So that is US 30. GJ, 4 minutes, bullish engulfing. Gold. Always prefer to trade gold. It doesn't look like it. Well, could. Maybe. Robbie, you're feeling embarrassed. Your English is not not good. I don't know about that, but don't be embarrassed, my friend. Sam the man, quick question. Once I take my payout from my prop firm, can I still trade the account to get more payouts? Of course you can. Saxy power cut got to hop off. Good luck. Oh, okay. Not a problem, my friend. You're probably not in the chat anymore, but all good. Nas has price void from Apple earnings last night. Yeah, I heard about that. I think they came out better than expected. However, some analysts are suggesting that some parts of it suggest that the growth might stagnate due to a lack of growth in China. Obviously, one of the major players. So from what I heard when I was listening to Bloomberg before, they were saying the markets are a bit uncertain as to what's going on, even with inflation and that, because obviously the Fed are having troubles curbing inflation at the moment. So yes, it means they're not likely to lower interest rates anytime soon, but they've basically come out and said they're not even too sure what to do with it. Oh, Ben, depends on the firm. Oh, okay. You don't even know that, man. Thanks for clearing that up. I had no idea.
Here to help.
Cheers. Appreciate it.
And chat shit.
Yeah, that's nothing wrong with chatting shit. Thanks for
I'm just trying to do some NF. Oh, gold's looking
potential. It's looking good in the alley. Weak pause.
I mean, I quite like the idea of gold playing out like it did on Wednesday. I can sort of looking at the data that's come out this week, Powell's speech. I mean, I don't see NFP being positive numbers.
Yeah.
So
no, not
I
don't think it's expected.
Down, either back into range or, and then I think like we said offline, I think CPI is going to be the real big driver.
Yep.
Because that's what everything's now hinged on, is just
exactly. 100%.
So I quite like the idea of some gold buys at some point, but it's how we get out.
Yeah, I agree.
But so whether we pop down against yesterday's levels, I don't know. But
yep, I agree. Based on the fundamentals, I still think gold will eventually pop up, but at the moment, looks like it might want to come down. GJ. Alright, so GJ, if closes bullish engulfing, what I want to see, I'd still feel more comfortable if the new candle pops up, then pops down, then pops up, breaks its own high again. Those trades are my favorite trade if when I'm looking for an impulse entry, because it's not closing above. Had it closed above, then what I prefer to see is pull back, tap in, continuation, pull back to that 192.40 roughly, begin to pull away from it. But it's not closing above, it's closing up near the high. Gold, based off the hourly, it's okay. I'm not liking it as much off the 30 because I would have preferred this candle's close lower down. So once again, that's the option based off the hourly. But yeah, I can choose to be picky. Not a bad closure on GJ. Cheeky limit order entry back at the high of that bearish candle. That is also an option. It's still below that resistance, a little bit off-putting, but it doesn't look too bad. Sound man? Oh, yep, all good. It's been a long time. How are you doing? I hope family's fine. Oh, all good, man, all good. And yeah, I do remember you from the other stream, so welcome to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Glad to see you have found me. Silent? All good, my friend, all good. Probably the only stream that does that, allows just random people like Ben and James to pop on the Zoom call. No, I'm just joking, they're not. I know these guys. But I mean, you guys know I was popping the Zoom link into the YouTube chat. I pop it into the Discord chat. It's a free Discord, so anyone can jump on, ask questions. I'm probably the only one that you guys can send or ask me to look at a chart and actually do it. So gold's popped down, still above that support, so nothing for me on gold. Yeah, GJ doesn't look bad. GJ looks the best at the moment. The way that hourly closed as well, so just grab liquidity from that consolidation, closed up at its high, so new candle really doesn't need to create that much of a low wick. So once again, potential option will be a limit order sell. Back at the high of that bearish candle. Stop loss back below the range, below the M30. Thank you for the sub. Once again, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, so that's your option right now, guys. The other option is as it flips. I don't know, what's the level on IC markets? You're using IC markets, you're looking at 30. Based off of 30, you'd have a sell limit at 192.296. I think some eyes are deceiving me. Yeah, for flips now, so pretty much all would have got so close to tap in. For flips now, there's a good chance it will continue as well.
I was going to say I'm looking at the buys
On GJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Potential buy, you'd probably be entering just a bit above that resistance. I like the hourly more than anything, so you'd probably be in maybe a trade right now.
Yeah, I've just been triggered in.
Yeah, I'm not trading GJ, but it's looking good. So the entry would be just above. Whoops, it's a sell.
My entry's 3.9.
3.9. So it's pretty much an entry if anyone's interested, but I'm not trading GJ. Just not feeling it at the moment. I'd rather just wait to see if gold presents. So ways to manage this trade too is seeing it has the lower high. So what it's done is popped down, creates lower wick, and then broken high the previous. So if it was to continue bullish, it has absolutely no need whatsoever to break its own low yet again. You could say yourself at that point there, you're gonna take a small loss and cut the whole thing, or you're just gonna cut half and leave it, give it a bit more room to do its thing. But yeah, I'm not in this trade. They lower their expectations. Okay, so they did good overall. Missed on iPhone and iPad. Okay, I think they, like I said, I think they had issues in China though, which is a little bit concerning for them. Bloomberg, they were scaring everyone back in October. The market's pumped. Most of these news services do, to be honest. Yeah, mainstream media, exactly. There you go, Sam. So Ben's responding to your questions in the chat. Silent, just the only OG in London, very wise trader. No cowboy trades here. Appreciate you, my friend. I mean, the newest entry is cowboy-ish. It is very impulsive, but you guys see how often I use it. It literally has to be at one of these grade levels for me to think about it. And again, even that has rules, strict rules. Alright, it's a gold buy based on the 5 low high. Okay. Maybe high low. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I still would prefer it above 2,302 roughly. Here we go, there's GJ. So if anyone's in it, gets a break even. You've got about 7-8 pips on the table. I'd be getting a break even anyway, especially on Friday. And job done. Nice one. I think it's a realistic target is the other end of the range here, the resistance in 190 to 650 roughly. But if it's anything like gold, last few days where I've had my actual TP at those levels, but I've decided to close out like 5 pips or so before price got to those levels, and it was the right thing to do. It didn't quite tap in. Today it did though. Today it made the full move gold.
I heard you from the other side of the room.
Oh, so you rush back.
Saying there's GJ, thinking that you'd been talking about the cells and thinking, oh, I haven't stopped out with that already.
No. No. This is my gold entry from earlier today, and that hit full TP.
GJ's just the pips from GJ and the ranges are just insane. That doesn't look like anything, but that's a 25-30 pip TP on your.
Yeah. The same thing on Xauusd, like 10 pips.
Yeah,
on all the ranges. So, I mean, does anyone take it? We've been speaking about it. Just because I didn't take it doesn't mean you guys don't have to take it. The other guys, James, are taking it.
Didn't have the JJ indicator, so.
Still mentioned that was a good trade, but I've traded today. I've got no need to trade unless I'm absolutely spot on perfect, and this was almost perfect.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't have taken it if I'd already taken a few trades this week, just because everything's been nothing's set up for me this week.
Yep. I mean,
all the frustration of those GU trades yesterday.
Yeah, the GU, waiting for GU which has done nothing. Frank, Oh, nice one. Good work. Killing it, my friend. Well done. Oh, there's that. Can you guys hear that? It was coming through the mic.
I was going to say, is that one of us?
Or you can hear the buzzing.
Sorry,
No.
is that me? Is it me? Bang! I'm just sending an angry email to someone, so maybe I'm banging the
No,
keyboards
no,
too
because
much.
that buzzing noise is back. I thought
Some
maybe it's
fucker's really getting it right now.
Are you sending it to your broker, Ben? Because I've done a few of those.
I'm sending it to our business landlord who's just trying to put the rent up 28%.
yeah. There's scumbags on it.
28% the weasels for buildings that leak water at the moment. So yeah.
No, whereabouts are you based?
So I'm living in Earlsfield, but we've got
Living in Earlsfield?
Yeah, where are you down there?
No, I'm in Clapham.
Well, I think we might have to go for some beers then if that's the case.
That's mad.
Don't make me jealous,
Down the
guys. I don't have any mates here in Melbourne. There's no one to go for a beer with. Or do you want to be honest? You probably get mugged.
I'll take a little cut out of you, Justin, or we'll just prop you up.
That's it.
yeah.
Cut a hole in my mouth and pour a bloody beer down. Don't use it for anything else though. Just be careful.
Yeah, Jay, definitely. We should definitely do that at some point.
Yeah,
so,
very up for that.
and then I'm working up because we've got a business up in Lincolnshire. So at the moment, I'm spending more of my week in Lincolnshire, but
Oh, that's quite a trek.
that's changing. Well, it's changing quite soon. It just needs. We've got a couple more bits to get sorted out.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely do that. So you're a mutual friend of Ant. I'm looking at Gbpjpy, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
It's 15.
Oh yeah, you know Tony, don't you? Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a closure above here. If I can get a closure above 2302.
Yeah, I think gold looks pretty good, to be honest. Silent. Nice work. So you're using the EMA as your confluence as well. So you're in a bit earlier. Good work. Similar plan, but you're in some really nice profits. I like it. See why you've gone back to scalping at the moment. So good to see a few of you took it. Frank also, Silent obviously, but Silent obviously you guys based off your own analysis, which is great. Unless, but it's always good to have that, you know, that herd mentality when you know there's other people looking at it. Same thing. Steve, you had a buy stop, was looking at it earlier before school run and got back in time. Nice one. Frank, you exited gold trade. Yeah, I still think gold buys if it closes above is not a bad option as well. Bouncing off this support, obviously it looked like it could have potentially popped a lot. It's rejecting and popping back above. If you get that bullish engulfing candle and pop, preferably close above that resistance, and looking back gold.
Come on, push. 1 minute.
Are you ready in a trade? Are you?
No, I'm done. I'm waiting for the closure above.
On the M30 or 15?
On the 15.
If it closes significantly above the 15, I look for a buy limit at the high of that bearish candle, previous bearish.
Well, at the moment, she's rejecting.
Yeah.
Would you go for the buy limit above that candle? What, on the basis that you would accept? I mean, you're not going to get tapping on that. Want it to tap into that area there.
Yeah, because I still anticipate that there is a chance within the current 30 we could pull back a little bit more, grab a little bit more liquidity before we are to continue up. So as opposed to buying it above the high where it's already made a push of 42 pips, almost 43 pips, I'd feel better getting in on that pullback, because then obviously once it taps into the high of the current candle yet again, if that was to be the case, you've already got what, 12 pips on the table by then. I'd be at break even for sure.
Right.
As opposed to getting in that level.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at, but it doesn't look likely So I'd
No.
probably wait for the 30 closure in this case.
When are you hopping off for dinner? Because it will move then.
Oh no, man. It's getting a bit peckish.
Classic.
I might stick around for the 30-minute closure and just see where we're at.
Ooh, good.
Nice one,
Appreciate
guys.
that.
Got up to 50 likes, so I appreciate it. What's the plans for you guys over the weekend?
Couple of beers. Couple more beers.
No, I'm finally going on holiday.
Oh yeah.
Holiday?
Yeah, I'm going
Where
to
you off?
Corfu.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah, man, I can't deal with any more of this flipping rain and grey. I'm out.
Who are you off with?
Just family, cousins, and aunties and uncles.
Very nice. Quite sounds very wholesome actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be very wholesome. I'm not even
Yeah.
drinking at the moment, so it's gonna be
Likewise, my friend.
it might as well be a wellness retreat at this stage.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hopefully get back down. I've got a few more bits to do. Try and get on the road for lunchtime, and then, yeah.
What do you do then aside from trading?
We've got a manufacturing business, so we manufacture homeware items for retail, promotional, catering, hotels, that kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a bit of a drag at the moment, but there's potential there. So I've been doing that pretty much since I left uni. But then obviously trading for, well, learning to trade and trading for, oh, I don't know, 5 years now? A bit longer. It's one of those, tried to start during COVID, but I didn't really find Justin and Co until, I don't know when it was.
I think it was
That was
towards.
Justin.
I think
Was
it
it when
was
Justin was doing the streams?
no, just
Yeah,
before that.
Before that.
Oh,
So I think you were in the same group, weren't you, at the time?
yeah.
We probably missed each other slightly.
Silent Gold looks like it's creating that top wick similar to yesterday. Yeah, the difference yesterday was at resistance as well. But right now it's just consolidating. That's all it's doing. Look at that, 15. So in this case, then for me, I need to see strong closure, either above again the exact same level I've got marked in here, the 15-minute resistance, or below the support, and that's when I feel more comfortable. So yeah, again, if it was to be the case, the upside, then potentially buy limp just to get in early or later into the trade, or possible entries as it breaks the catalyst candles high, and similar scenario to the downside for the sells.
Which part of Clapham are you living in, James?
On Eccles Road, just near, quite near Northcote.
Eccles Road.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
I don't know if I should say that one. Give my address out.
I'm pretty sure we looked. Yeah, I was also thinking that.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You just drop your phone number into the chat and you might have some ladies who are interested.
Yeah.
You need them
I don't mean to be sexist, but I can't imagine the ratios on this stream viewership.
No, they're not. There's literally like 2 or 3 female viewers maybe on the stream.
Oh, can you tell?
Yeah, you get the full on analytics. It'll tell you gender, all that.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate the ladies. I definitely do. And you guys are generally better traders because you have more patience than us blokes. But
do you look at Capital Hungry stuff?
not for ages, man.
He did a post the other day talking about the difference between men and women when it comes to trading. It was mad.
Oh, really?
Surprising. Just talking about how so he was talking about how basically women shouldn't be better traders because they're supposed to be more emotional. I don't know if you can put stuff like that up anymore, bro.
God, I bet he lost a few
Yeah.
subscribers based off a few of those comments.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, interesting character. Likes to just, yeah, it's a bit too much like a gym bro. But the content, the actual trading content is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Yeah.
But the rest of it, I'm not a fan of.
The only interaction I've had with him once is when he popped on one of the old streams, TCG, and he realized it wasn't Matt streaming. He said g'day, and then he hopped off pretty much straight away because he used to love to give it to Matt.
Why?
Because he fell for it over it each time. I just wouldn't answer back. I don't know the bloke, so I've got no comment on him. He could be a top bloke. I don't know. I'm not gonna bag him. I have never spoken to him other than that one tiny interaction. So he's done nothing to me. I have no idea. You know, I've got nothing against him as well. So
Yeah, like I say, like all the trading content element.
yeah, it's fantastic.
I think it's great. Like it is great. So the rest of it, I'm not that bothered about. But I can also see through that to get the gems out of it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy here.
Sam, man, I trade London session and run a web development agency for the rest of the day. Nice one. That's good too if you've got that, you know, capability where you can still have a business in the background and still be able to trade. It's good for me. It's very similar for me. And the difference is I can work throughout the day if I wanted. I only work a few days a week with the family business, but I can basically be home every time for London. Definitely London open, and on most days well before it, free London. Now you're in Cape Town, okay. Silent, you're with Kaplan Recovery 3 years, okay. Learn on my train, nice one. Shrift, yep, provoke. I think this would have come back to Andrew just now. Are you still in it, James, or?
Yeah, my runner's still in it. Well, my runner's, yeah. It's about to get stopped down.
Similar happened on, was it yesterday or? I don't
Yeah,
know.
my runner's just,
You've been taken out, have you? Right.
yeah, my runner's been taken out, yeah.
The other day on gold, I can't quite remember if it was yesterday or the day before. It got within about, literally I thought it was going to take me out 0.5 or something, where the red light pops up that your runner's about to get taken out, and then it just melted. So it spared me. I was just
I remember
safe.
that, yeah. You were so close.
Yeah, I was so close to being taken out, break even the runner, and then it just melted. And happy days. And this week, it's been a really good one. Most of my runners have hit TP, so that's makes for a cracker of a week, Silent. It's probably your new favorite word. I would have thought you I'm assuming you're from the UK as well. I just would have thought you Englishmen and those of you in the UK would have understood what I meant by cracker. Your slang is very similar to us here. I think the American slang is a lot different. Sure, if you took sales yesterday 194.047, well, you'd be in some nice profits. Are you still in the trade? 194, what was it? 047. Oh, nice one. Yeah, well done. I think this is the one we're looking at on NY, wasn't it? Have to mute up, Marcuson. James, is this not the one we're looking at yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I think that was the exact same one that some of the guys took yesterday while we're doing that little MY catch up. Nice one. Good work. 5 minutes remaining. Let's just see how gold closes. If it doesn't close as I would like for it to close, then I'm likely just gonna hop off and call it. But it's been a really good week, guys. We've had an absolute cracking week. I'm sorry to use it again, but first word pops in my head. What is it? I think four wins, and we've called a few others. No losses. And again, doesn't mean we're not going to take losses. It's all part of the game, but just goes to show that if you stick to your plan and just wait patiently for what you want to see to eventuate and then react if when the time comes, you're likely going to be on the right side of things. You've got much higher probability of having a winning trade anyway, especially if you're edge, if you've done all the testing, the back testing, if you've been training for a lengthy period of time where you're confident and the results generally follow. And that's exactly what happens if you just need to be patient and wait for the right time. A few times, well, yesterday I missed, I thought, 2 potential opportunities only, so after the fact still got my option, and how that was a really good trade yesterday as well. Silent crack in America is racist term? White person? Really? Not talking about crackhead. A lot of those around here in Melbourne. It still suggests to me that the way we keep rejecting that, there's a good chance it will eventually break the support. Even the hourly. We do use Kraken with something. Cool. Okay. How's the week been, guys? Let me know. It's been a really good week. Really good week on stream. Really good week off stream as well. Big week with obviously the Discord opening up yesterday. Once again, do join. It's free. There's a link in the description. Did a little Zoom session for MI yesterday where we caught some nice GJ sells on that. Yeah, so get involved. Sound man, beaches, mountains keep you nice one. Silent gold rejecting hard keeps failing to break previous highs. Yeah, the rejection again suggests to me that there is a chance eventually if we break the support that we're going to come down further. Sandu, you're from India, nice one. How are you? Welcome. Up to 92 on stream, guys, so it'd be great if you could just do a brother a favor and hit that like button. Much appreciated. GJ, so it's rejecting that 192.50 just now. It looks good to continue up, but if you're not in this already, I suggest it's a little bit too late to jump in just now. I think you're best to wait to see how price reacts to the resistance of 192.650. Joel, I've been training for 1.5 years on prop firms, and like 3 years in total is not a lot, but I feel I trade better with my own capital, with my own risk management. I've done a smaller counter. Okay, I can understand that. You're probably respecting it more because it's purely like just your own capital, and I mean, no one feels good by pressing button and giving away cash, but it's reality. It's the reality of trading. You're not going to win every time. But still, I think maybe you're kind of treating the prop firms like monopoly money and probably thinking of the end result prior to actually achieving that, passing the challenge itself, get your hands on that capital. I've never really had that sort of experience, to be honest, but it's something I'm considering. I do have an account, but that's something totally that's completely different side of things. But I personally trade my own account too. I trade my own capital. I've had all different size accounts. Thank you for the sub, by the way. Right now the account isn't too, it's not, to be honest, it's not enough to purely live off, but it's definitely enough to help pay some bills in the background. But I do have a business in the background as well, so I've got income coming in. I have traded for a living at times, and it's helped me to put down a deposit on a property, large property. So I've done very well from it. But again, you need the capital, and a good way to go about it's pretty bit of the prop firms, but you just need you can, like Ben said before, maybe use a trade copy or something, and not even look at the bigger number, and just think of it as trading your own account, because maybe just run it based on that, copy it based on your live account. Maybe that will help, possibly. But nonetheless, welcome to the stream. All right, GJ's pulling back. Let's remove that anyway. Hasni, hello to you. Are you in Aussie land? I am in Aussie land. Joel, 1k to 3.8k in 2 months, risking 5 or 7%. Okay, and that is a lot, but as long as you're willing to accept that risk, then there is nothing wrong with it. It's totally up to you. It's not something I do. Look, some trades I do actually risk probably around 4%. That's because I trade fixed lot sizes, but I do know that I manage all my trades, and my win rate is over 90 this year. And that is not a word of lie. Granted, I haven't traded the whole year. I took as part of almost 2 months off, but the couple months that I've been trading, been really good. Joel, what do you think? Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question, my friend. So I don't think prop firms help me step up my trading game and discipline. Not everyone can pass prop firms without gamble. Yep, I think so. It's definitely a test of patience with it, and having a target to achieve is a lot more difficult than actually training your own account, because there is no target to achieve. You know, you're gonna have months where you're gonna get some really nice returns. You got months where it's a bit slower. For instance, last year, my worst month was February, and that was like literally like a % return or something. That last February was really bad for me, but it still ended up in a small profit. So I mean, so that you have months where you have much bigger returns, and then you generally have an average out at a certain percentage. Joel, nice bro. It means make me feel good what you're talking. It's a nice journey, and we'll be patient for the long run. That's it, man. That's all you need to do. Just stick with it. Be patient. Don't miss gold entry. What's it doing? Yeah, still nothing for me. It's just consolidating. Nothing yet for me. Joel, I'm 79% win rate at the moment, but is 2 months, let's see, a yearly rate. Oh, okay, that's good. So yeah, but yeah, exactly, you need to see over the long run, then you'll know more. John, make regular withdrawals as you build profit. Don't let it override with that risk level. I agree with that too, and that's something I do, because I obviously use it to pay for bills and things. So yeah, so I feel it's good, because then you get to actually see the return, the cash in that. You get a feel for it. Feels good to make return and actually have it in your account rather than on an exchange or whatever. So man, trust the process. Been reading The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Nice one. Philadelphia 76 has been trying to trust the process, and I don't think it's working for them. Anyone who watches the basketball, here we go, 100 viewers, 100 lives. So that's, I think, a milestone for the new stream. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. Straight back to 95, but we popped up to 100. Good to see. If you can hit like button, I have a new stream, so it would definitely help me grow. If not yet subbed, and there's still about 30% of you from the analytics that I've noticed are not yet subscribed. You could do so. That would also, you know, do me a favor, mean a lot. So yeah, we've been calling some cracking trades. We've been taking cracking trades all week. Really, the past 3 weeks has been absolutely really good. You'll learn a lot about patience and discipline on this stream and spotting quality entries. Rid 1, Ali, I'm new here. How long have you been training? Since 2017. Swatting. Hello, can you target 2310? Can we target 2310? For gold? Yeah. Look, if I was to look for a buy, the target would be the resistance form within the current daily candle, which is just below a resistance formed on the previous daily candle. So it's also just above the current daily candle's high. So that would be my first target if I was to look for a buy. But for me, to actually buy it, I want it to see it start closing above the minor resistance formed at this support here. If it does so, that's when I trust the buys. Right now, we're just essentially consolidating. So it needs to either, in my opinion, start to close below 22.97, 98 roughly, tap back in and look for sells based off that. You can to add confluence. What you've got is the 4 hour likely going to close bearish with a long wick to the upside. Therefore, what you could do is wait for new candles, create small upper wick, create lower high, might tap into the highs of that zone as it begins to break. There's a high probability it will continue to the downside. It really, if it does close as is, it has no need to pull back that significantly into the previous candle, because what this candle has done is grab that liquidity from the range above only to reject. So what you often find happens in this situation is new candle open up, and then 4 hour, in my opinion, this 4 hour candle tends to have a fair bit of volume for the first 10-15 minutes, and then it dies off a bit until closer to pre-MY. What it might do is drop to give you enough margin to get to break even, maybe secure something. Then it might pull back though and create a deeper upper wick. And I would consider that sell option if that was to eventuate. But to be honest, guys, for me, I'm done for the week. Completely done. Just answer the last few questions and I'll likely shoot off.
I'm gonna hop off as well, so I'll catch you or everyone in a bit.
No worries, brother. Take care.
Enjoy your holiday, James.
Good to see you. He's on mute.
Peace and love. Love and champagne group. Bye.
Cheers, man. Thanks for popping on. Rewind, do I stream daily, both London and NY? I stream London daily. NY, I do in the Discord group when I do it. Might do the occasion one on YouTube, and it's not every day. So, but it's free. Join a Discord group. Link is down below in the description. Introduce yourself. Make use of a group. Send in your analysis, your charts, your questions. There's plenty of competent traders in there. I'll also answer for you. Yeah, it's, ASAP when I can. Silent, do I consider binary options real trading? I consider it like a casino, to be honest, but it is a bit of fun. Rashan, I'm down 3% of my 100k challenge. Can you give me a signal, please? Not right now, there is nothing. So I've been over gold, guys. That's what I want to see on gold. For the buys, it has to pop above that resistance. GJ right now, I'd let it just do its thing. I'd rather it actually pop up to that 192.650 than look for potential rejection and your possible signals to sell it from that level there. Oops, I'll look something like that. Aside from that, if it does pop up, reject quickly and you can't get into sellers, just look to the left to where we could potentially pull back to informer support. Either got option A above the most recent resistance price is broken out of 192.40 roughly, or option B back at the support formed around the current daily candle's low. If it was to break the current daily candle's low, Seeing it has bounced off that level, it still has a lower high, lower low to the previous. If it was to break that support, and likely it's going to head down. We've got some clean traffic to the left as well. Further buys above the current daily counts high. Once again, seeing it does have a lower high, lower low, has no need to pull back up, break its own high, close above it, tap in. There's your buy option, and that is GJ. And that's a wrap, guys. I'm gonna head off. I've got things to do. I want to go have some dinner. But just quickly, thank you everyone for this week. All those of you who are here every day, I appreciate you. All the new guys, great to see you here. Don't forget to subscribe. I do this daily. You're definitely going to learn a lot from these streams. So I do appreciate you all. If you could hit the like button on the way out, it'd be much appreciated. Otherwise, if you want to know more details about what I do, the services I provide, you can find all that down below in the description. Coaching service, obviously my course that I've put together. But if honestly, guys, just join the free Discord. It's for free. Why not do that for the time being? And I appreciate you all. Make sure to follow me on all the different social media outlets as well. And that's it. That's a wrap. You have a good one, James.
Next week. Yeah, you too.
Cheers, brother. And to everyone else, appreciate you all. Take care. Speak to you in the Discord. Yes, my friends. See you all on. Actually, Monday is public holiday, isn't it? Just for
Yes, UK bank holiday. Yeah.
UK. Well, I still might be on, but I'll see. It might be a sim session stream or something. Or I might stream for MI. I'll see how it go. I'll keep you guys posted. Anyway, guys, cheers. Take care.
Cool.
Bye for
Cheers,
now.
bud.
you